The US private credit market is cracking. Fitch just recorded a 9.2% default rate, the highest in history. Blue Owl, Cliffwater, Morgan Stanley all have frozen investor withdrawals. Meanwhile, India's private credit market grew 35% last year to $12.4 billion. And 76% of global institutional investors now rank India in their top 3 private market destinations in Asia Pacific, according to McKinsey. Let me explain exactly why the US is burning. Because to understand India, you need to understand the contrast. US private credit funds lend at 7 to 8 times leverage. Their own funds carry an additional 33% leverage on top of that. And here's the structural flaw. They offered quarterly withdrawals on loans that are completely illiquid. That's a classic asset-liability mismatch. Over 90% of US private credit is concentrated in leveraged tech buyouts. AI disrupted their borrowers' business models overnight. Now here is why India is structurally different. 1. Indian borrowers operate at 2.5 to 3.5 times leverage, less than half of the US. 2. SEBI legally prohibits Category 2 IFs from using fund-level leverage. 0. Indian investors are never subordinated to fund debt. 3. Indian private credit funds are closed-ended. There is no quarterly withdrawal window, which completely eliminates the liquidity death spiral that destroyed Blue Owl and Cliffwater. 4. India finances real assets, infrastructure, real estate, renewable energy, healthcare, manufacturing, not AI-disrupted software companies. McKinsey's data confirms the momentum. Private capital deployment in India hit $44 billion in 2025. India's share of Asia-Pacific private equity has jumped from 12% to 21% in just 5 years. This is not a short-term trade. This is a structural, decade-long opportunity. Now, I won't sugarcoat this. Risk 1, the IBC. In theory, 330 days. In reality, it takes 3 to 5 years. Second, there is no secondary market for private credit in India. If a deal goes bad, your only exit is to hold to maturity. Third, concentration risk. India's entire private credit market is only $25 to $30 billion. One deal can move the whole market. And if you are a family office or HNI invested in multiple funds, you may be unknowingly exposed to the same borrower across all of them. Fourth, PIK loans, payment in kind structures are appearing. They masked stress in the US until it was too late. So here is my verdict. India's private credit ecosystem offers a genuinely superior risk-return profile versus the US right now. But the US meltdown is a roadmap of structural mistakes to avoid. Ask your fund manager 3 questions. 1. What is your actual IBC resolution track record? 2. What is your largest single borrower exposure as a percentage of AUM? Question 3. Do any of your portfolio companies have PIKE loan structures? I'm Manish Gadia. Share this if it was useful. Follow me for more. Are you bullish or bearish on India private credit? Comment below.